What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Wixo video, and today we ourselves are gonna be going through some more stuff. Okay, let's get into it. So the first thing we're gonna be seeing is some more exploration on the new Indian island that formed an episode ago. So they're gonna start pushing into the bottom, into the island until, well, they kind of explore the whole thing. And then they sail into here, and yeah, that's India discovered. So, with discovered land, you expand. But that actually rhymes. Wow. Okay, I'm great.
With discovered land, you expand. Wow, wow, yeah. With discovered land, you expand.
That was great. And so, this is how the kingdoms are gonna look. So, the reason why it looks like this, no, they did not break, but when this country was created, it was kind of like Austria-Hungary. But this time there's more kingdoms, and I thought it would be way easier if they just had different colors. The reason why they have borders is it's this dark green here. Just make it more green like that. But yeah, that's what that is. So anyway, next event. It's gonna happen in the same continent, by the way, so just to let you know that. And that brings us here to this Bangladesh country. There we go. Memorized it. Got it in my head again. And they are going to expand. Now, there's a bunch of jungle everywhere, but if they stick by the coast, they can expand. But first, they need to explore. They can't just take land that they don't know. There's also a bunch of mountains up here, so they can't really expand up there, so they need to go south. And once they get to a very jungly area, they are going to start to expand. So let's see that expansion. So they are going to start expanding, and it pushes, and they start going south. And let's see how it ends, how their expansion ends. And so this is how much they expand. So let's see the next thing that happens. So the next thing we're going to see is people from these two countries wanting to expand out east. So in a moderately sized group, they start pushing themselves really far east, just in a line. They find themselves hiking through areas while finding small lakes and other things like that, until eventually they make it to a large body of water, otherwise known as, well, the tip of like North Korea and Russia. So this is where they decide to start settling after exploring the land a bit. They are going to be this pink country and the pink North Korean country. However, I'm calling them the North Korean country because that's just where they're located. They are nothing like the North Koreans. Yeah, exactly. Okay, and they have no cities, so their biggest city that they have so far is going to be right here, and that will become their capital, of course. Booyah! Now that brings us here with the Netherlands country, and they are going to start expanding into Britain, or Britannia, as one Roman dude called it, like a while ago, maybe like a year ago or something. And as soon as they claim almost all of Britain, but this Brittany country, they pull up and get this area of Britain, which I forgot. Cornwall, yeah. Now that the explored part of Britain is, well, claimed, they are going to start to explore further and deeper into Britain until they make it to Scotland. And when they're in Scotland, it's pretty mountainous, as you would think. So they are going to skip over onto Ireland and explore this normally flat area. There are mountains in Ireland, though, I'm assuming. I remember that there are. But yeah, Ireland is fully thing, and later, all of the British Isles have been explored, and is going to get split up by basically these two countries. And this is how the British Isles are going to be split. But before anyone can claim this area, something happened. An orangish red Irish country appears here, and yeah. So the Brittany country just gives away their Irish claim to this Ireland land. And the Netherlands country, the Dutch country, I should say, gives away just most of their land, but keeps a little bit, as Ireland is not very much used to them currently. Now, in this area, we are going to be seeing a Turkish, like, Balkan War thing, you know how there's, like, Balkan Wars and, like, before World War I? It's gonna happen, like, right here. So, let's see what happened. So, the reason why this whole war is starting is because this country was doing some not very nice things to literally every other country here. And also the second reason is they just hate each other. Everyone hates each other here. Normal Balkan stuff, even though this is the Balkans over here. The Balkan region has shifted to Turkey. Okay, deal with it. Anyway, this all starts when this country starts pushing their troops into this teal country, slowly but surely. And in response to this, the pink country starts pushing their troops into it as well. But in response to this light blue country starts pushing into this lighter blue country. Now you can kind of see what's happening here. And let's just get everyone in the war, why not? Boom. So let's see how this war plays out. Nothing good is gonna happen out of this, so I'm just gonna tell you that already. I'm tired. So this country has most of its troops pushing into this, but they have to call back some just to push back these countries right over here. You see like that. So that allows the teal team country to stop doing that, and also lets them focus a little bit more of their troops on defending against this bigger light blue Turkish country. This dark purple color team is also going to start pushing into this pink team, and you guessed it, also push into this teal team right here. Now this team is also going to push back the pink team to their borders and absolutely just destroy them. I'm not sure how they were able to do that, but they just were. Okay? But this pink team is also very powerful, and so they kinda wipes out this whole team here. And that allows this country to get all their land back. Now, however, when all the teal team troops get there, they kind of start absolutely dominating this icy blue color, and sooner or later they just capitulate the icy blue color team. And now technically the only war is just these two versus this dude, because these dudes have land that this dude wants. So yeah, they push into these dudes' land, take the previous pinkish team's capital, while this pink team, they also start pushing in and make it to their occupation zone before getting to the capital and capitulating the country. Yeah, this is capitulated too. And so this is the peace treaty. And so this is how the peace treaty went. Pretty normal, just countries getting absolutely demolished. Awesome. Not awesome. Why did I say that? Okay. Next event. Skadoosh. I guess we all landed back to the North Korean country. That's how it's gonna work every day now, isn't it? Now, the North Korean country, they are going to explore the Korean peninsula, as one Korean should do. And once they get all of Korea explored, there's a group of people that make it all the way over here and make their own country. It's gonna be right here where the capital of China is. I forgot what it was. Dude, I'm literally supposed to be a geography dude and I forgot the capital of China, dude. Beijing, yes. There we go. So this purplish pink, magenta, velvet country, I don't know what color this is. They expand to this and they are gonna get a capital, so let's see. So they actually have two big cities you can have as actual major cities. They also have this small one that they're compensating to be the capital. You actually thought it was going to be Beijing. It's actually this. There we go. Now what was this doing with this Korean country? Oh yeah, it's time to expand, guys. It's time to expand. So the Korean country, they are going to expand all the way down the peninsula and just be the goat. Big boy Korea up in here. Rivers are lame. Lame rivers. Rivers are lame. If you see land, it's time to expand. That's all you gotta say. That's all you get. Now, over here with the Bangladesh country, they are going to do some more exploring, because they heard that there are some countries over here that they would like to meet. So they send two explorationer groups, which the northernmost one is more dangerous than the southernmost one, I would say. I wouldn't know. I don't know the terrain of Viet. I know it's mounty up north. That's all I gotta say. It's mountainy up north. But eventually, just by sticking by the coast, they both meet back up. And another group also kind of goes down here and kind of stops for a little bit to go back, and because yeah, they are loyal and they don't want to make another country because they don't know how to do that. Grr. Anyway, they continue expanding and find this island which they explore. They send a little smaller group to explore that while they go over up here, and eventually they meet up with the purple Chinese country. And yeah, as more and more people tend to explore this jungly area, it takes a while, but eventually it gets explored. Boom. So people find this little area on the map and they would like to make it a natural route. So they send more explorers over here, and eventually it just gets a little bigger, you know. Exploration nowadays pretty quick. So like, no, these walks are taking like multiple years. You need to notice. You guys need to realize that. And with all this exploration and me making this trade route thing from a previous episode, I feel like it shouldn't go unnoticed, so we are going to expand on it. Is it 9? Yeah, it's 9. Now, they are going to continue the route going through this country's capital, and is gonna go... Oh wait. And it's gonna go like this. So the route is going to expand 2 different ways. It is gonna expand throughout this area and may meet up with this dude's capital, with that city, that city, that city, and then the Bangladesh capital, while wrapping around over here through the coast of Vietnam, right over there, and eventually making it to the capital of the Purple Japan. While that's also China, I meant. While that's happening, Purple China. Now while that's happening, this route meets up in the capital of Korea. Now it goes through that Chinese city and meets up with that, and we get a full loop on the trade route. Now speaking of the trade route, there's way more European countries that haven't got to the trade route yet. So they are going to expand it on the European thing, making it to this greenish tan Egypt cities, and then making it to this brown African coast cities, then making it all the way into Italy, then hitting Rome, and then getting to their capital, and then going into this light gold countries, then going into this country and their few cities, until it reaches the Dutch country, which is very powerful in this area. And it kind of stops here because there's no really cities. There's not really any cities here, but it does not stop when you're going south. Until there's no more cities, because I forgot to put cities. But however, these routes are going to be just met up with, and boombala, kumbaya. One by one, the cities are trade routed, and yeah. Oh my god, I forget to make so many things, dude. Okay. And there, boom, I actually added the capitals now and more major cities for you to look at real quick. Okay, we good? Alright, we're gonna do the final thing. This brings us to this Baltic country, and by the looks of it, you may be thinking, like, yo, this country is pretty big, and it seems awesome. Pretty stable, too. Well, that's where you're wrong. It is actually not stable at all. It is negative in the stability. And you know what happens when you're in negative stability? Yeah, this is what happens. So they have collapsed. My real reason is because I just was bored. But yeah, that's the whole reason. They had bad stability, and yeah. Well, this was a certainly successful episode. I hope my voice wasn't quiet. It's kind of late, and I'm kind of squeezing this recording out as like early as late as possible. But yeah, subscribe, like, and subscribe, guys. Have a good day. Bye bye.